he's been a part of our advising team, and he's just over the top. So that was Georgia Power Plus Race to the Top money.
How did that particular program get selected? I mean, how did we all
we did it. We did it. I'll tell you how, Scott. About 14 years ago, long before I was here, the company made a physics course and a chemistry course. We looked at those, and they are some of the most popular things that are downloaded from us on our website. They're hugely popular and used by teachers all over the state. And we looked at that and we said, you know, that's pretty old. That's not particularly interactive. That looks pretty sleepy. And we said, you know, let's try to upgrade it. Let's redo it. And it turned into a mind-bogglingly difficult project because once we got into it, one, the new standards are much more rigorous. So the advisor who was our advisor on this, Dr. McCoy, was head of the new science standards, chemistry standards for the state. So we're the first thing out of the box. No textbook, no nothing is up to date on the state standards. So, you know, and here's the difficult thing. We kept making it better than we ever anticipated. So if I look at that overage, maybe a couple $100,000 is the chemistry series that we were learning to do and kept wanting to make it better. We added some things which even Ann Kaiser said yesterday, those closer look videos. We kept adding things in, and because the teachers kept going, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you add this? And we did, and it turned out to be one of the most robust online series they'll ever have.
And one of the cutest things yesterday was the periodic elements were represented by each by cupcakes.
You know, it was so up to date that I don't know if you remember, but there was a new element added to the periodic table last year that they created, chemists created out of nowhere. Well, because we have the flexibility, it's not in a textbook, we just went and changed the periodic table in the series. So,
you know, there's a foundation here in Atlanta called the Georgia Council on Economic Education, and what they are all about is helping develop curriculum to help teachers understand how to teach economics in school. One of Acres Foundation, we're trying to give money to help improve financial literacy because, you know, people at the lower socioeconomic have no clue about how to handle money. And it's a real serious problem. And I'm just thinking that maybe, you know, that if we could talk to, I mean, if we became interested, we could partner with the Georgia Council of Economic Education. We could get a big grant, and we could potentially do something to help create, you know, a curriculum, you know, that
we've been talking about that, so that would be great.
It's a very important area because we've got, you know, we have to help the lower socioeconomic people.
Scott, I'd modify that just a little bit. I don't know that anybody coming out of high school has personal finance.
Oh, I understand.
So it's across the board that they need.
We've got it everybody.
Yeah.
And excuse me for maybe, but I look at them and I just think, this is terrible. People are being taken advantage of because they aren't educated about things, and we need to help them.
You know, it's amazing how often you hear that exact topic come up when we start talking about our educational initiatives. It's amazing how often the conversation.
I mean, for instance, there's some things we just see a module that says how to buy a car. And, I mean, somebody that should go on there and say how to buy a car because, you know, there's a lot to know about how to do it.
We used to say how to balance a checkbook, but now we say how to deal with your debit card.
Well, then that's perfect, Scott, and we'll double back with you on that because
I think we can get
our head
foundation
of
support for that kind of thing too.
Laura Evans has been very interested. She's our teacher here. That does our educational work, and I think that can be on the list. I think, however, what we've learned from we have to be very careful how we budget these things.
Well, we've got to
Very
fund it.
realistic,
Yeah.
because we're really good at what we do, and so everybody wants it better and better, and so the teachers come in, they see what we do, and they say, wow, can you do this now? And the budget creep is pretty massive, so we've learned a lot over the last 5 years, and to tell you the truth, I think we're probably on target to write 2 more textbooks. And the one that has surprised me the most that we've been asked to do, which just floored me, was world history. Apparently, they don't feel there's a good world history textbook, and the ones they have are so expensive. I mean, that
The
just
answer to that, world history
not
has
so
always been a very difficult subject to teach because the textbooks never had history that happened in time close to your time. And so that you grew up at a certain time, you never learned anything about the Korean War.
right.
You know, and all the rest. And so that it's very difficult to create good history textbooks.
Well,
Because
part
it's always gravitated to change.
right. So what's great about these digital textbooks is, and part of what the Woodruff grant was that we can keep. It takes so little to update them now, and so it's so cost effective to update them, and so I think world history is still overwhelming. I mean, this was just asked of us recently. Would we do one on world history? And we've got to budget that out. I think
That would be monumental.
I'm not sure I want to take that on because of the rights of the photos and all kinds of stuff. But we'll see. We may. But there are many other things. We're looking at a series that's math fundamentals for the lower grades, but not a textbook. It's an adjunct. So if you have a hard time, this is what the teachers want from us. If you have a hard time doing learning to multiply fractions, you would go and we would teach you that. So we're going to identify 200 areas of math that kids get stuck on and teach them that particular skill. Instead of, because math, they're moving away from textbooks and they're moving into more of this kind of learning. So we've been asked to look at that. That feels more doable.
So would this be before the con learning kind of stuff?
Yes, but you know what? Everyone tells us that the con learning is not, that it's not good to the lower grades.
Right.
What the teachers and the educators here, they want something that's, one, specific to Georgia standards, because con isn't. Anything online is not specific to Georgia standards, and they want more that's specific to Georgia standards.
The con is good if you're in a physics class or calculus.
Right.
You understand something.
Right, you can go on, right. But the idea is similar. The idea is similar. But by the way, the process isn't finished. We did the chemistry series, and now we're moving into the physics one. So that'll be done by this time next year, we hope. And that will be very different looking from the chemistry series. But so if you look at our issue with underwriting, our issue with maybe not pricing these educational things as smart as I wanted to price them. You look at the situation with our benefits, if you look at our situation with the cost of our medical care, and then a few things that are sort of thrown in there, but then that's where you get that number, basically. And all of those things are things that we can begin to address.
So just based on your fringe benefits and stuff, it sounds like we need to outsource as much as we possibly can here, instead of running people on board just because of the cost of it.
Well, I don't have a problem with that. That's the other problem. Would you like to explain? Yeah. There are new federal rules about that we can't do. Yeah, the new Department of Regulation, and we had the IRS visit us, and it's not a fun visit. And so we are, over the last 6 months, we have completely upended our whole business model.
Essentially, the broadcast production business traditionally has operated on the avenues of using freelancers and contractors who do this for multiple people. You made up for the day to do what you need to do. These new guidelines, that's not as easy as it used to be. There's a checklist that has to be adhered to. And what we found is there were a lot of people that were using it on a contract basis that didn't meet all of these criteria. And so in order for the operation to function legally, we had to make some adjustments to our freelance and contractor usage. And essentially what we've done is we've had to move our contractors and freelancers that we had a need for onto a part-time basis. And they are now part-time employees of the organization. We've had to bring on a couple of additional full-time employees which have the fringes associated with them in order to help take the place of some of the capacity that we were using contractors and freelancers. So it's essentially upended the way we do business.
And I'll just share an anecdote. One of my daughters-in-law has worked for the Weather Channel for decades. She's an MBA, but she's got little kids that are in, and she didn't want to work full time. And so they had, and she doesn't want that, so they have a wonderful arrangement. Under the new regulations, they actually had to lay her off for 6 months, because they had to bring her on as an employee and pay her health benefits, because
They can't do
the way
it
the
anymore.
legislation is all set up, that it looked like they were trying to get around health benefits, even though she didn't want it.
That's government stuff.
Yeah, right, and also, they tried everything they could to figure out how to do it.
Trust me, we have too.
We've argued until the wind.
Well, what's crazy is that in our business, you bring people on, the reason that they couldn't do that with your daughter-in-law is that, she looks like an employee. She arrives every day, does daily employee work. Part of our problem is even we're project work.
Yeah.
We get a grant, you do that work, but even that has become suspicious now.
So now our variable expenses that were
Who's
traditionally
watching
should
this? Is Department of Labor the ones that come in?
Yeah, we started with Department of Labor. Yeah, you've had to suffer through this. Jan's right, it's new Department of Labor rules, but they are enforced by the IRS.
No, it is so hard on the company now. It's put so many burdens on the company to do
I know you got this business.
Well, the other
the same work that you used to do is such a burden.
The other limiting factor is the amount of hours, or to fit the part-time employee
Right.
criteria, we're limited to the amount of hours that we can use someone.
Yeah.
So that immediately reduced our effective pool of people that we could use because we can only use it for half of the hours that we have used.
Yeah.
So,
Nobody can work more than 29 hours a week.
And then they want you to hire that person as an employee, and then you go to the fringe benefits.
And then you go to the fringe benefits.
All over again.
And the truth is, a lot of people don't want to work as employees. They like being contract workers. They have other arrangements. They like working for many different people. So,
But then on the other side is people get taken advantage of.
right, and we don't want that.
We don't want
Right,
that.
we don't want
we
that.
don't want that or the perception of it.
Right.
We see the double people that got collected in the half of it.
Well, and we have a lot of really people that who work project work, love working here, and wait for the next project. And that's their choice. So, we got hot men too. It's been a really fun 6 or
A
7
lot of things
months.
out of your control.
Yeah, most of that.
It's hard enough just trying to balance the budget and do business. When you have all these referees that come in and want to referee your company, I mean, it's got to be totally a headache.
How you feeling, Veronica?
I'm having hot sweats over here.
Flashbacks from.
Flashbacks from the IRS visits. Look, they were also, they were tough, but they also understood that none of this, was intentional, and we aren't the only one.
And we're nonprofit too. We're not nonprofit.
They're very helpful in helping us identify avenues.
Yeah, it was not necessarily an entirely negative process. It was, I think all those challenges are open up doors of opportunity. And I actually think the way we thought through our production systems, number one, we already are projecting savings. And are we going to be able to do as much as fast? No. So a series that I might want to launch in January might get launched in 9 months after that, because you cannot take on, you have to do it in-house for the most part. That's the best way to do it. So it's okay. It'll be fine. We'll work through it, but it is part of what you're seeing on this paper. But I do say that the IRS, once they realized they came in with big guns, that once they worked with us, they were very helpful. So pray for the market to do better this year. We have projected, Jonathan, I believe, haven't we projected 0 return?
You know, if you look at, and I'm kind of spend a lot of my time on the capital market stuff, and all I can tell you is that the extremely low interest rates that you're seeing in the monetary policy that's being implemented, you know, virtually around the world, says that growth is going to be very, very limited. And so the stock market here has obviously done reasonably well, but it's probably a reaction to a lot of other things that are going around the world. And America is the safest place to be. You know, the dollar is strong, and but you know it's going to be very tough sledding to see a lot of economic growth around the world, at least for the time being, until something changes. Yeah. So I wouldn't expect our portfolio to do a lot. I mean, we've got interest rates in this country, 10-year treasury is about $1.40, I mean 1.4%. So, you know, that's the lowest it's been in the history of the country. You know,
Really, the history?
The history of the country, never seen 10-year treasury, you know, low X again, 1.3%. So, you know, these are very unusual times, and you know, I think we're actually kind of lucky that we've got an over allocation to equities, which actually, you know, I think you'll find that, I don't know what the numbers are, but I would expect that we're up, you know, 3 or 4% just in the last 6 weeks or so. You know,
The closing mix is really,
yeah,
it's the last 20 days.
yeah, yeah.
So building on what Scott is saying and bringing it back to what we're doing here, are any other comments on the financials that we're talking to and how this relates to financial reporting and what
No,
we need to
we'll
do
have more
to
in
include this
the-
financial report?
No, I think we're good.
And you know, companies like, as an example, Bank of America, that was pretty interesting. I mean, they've decided that they can't create enough growth in their business because they're just things they can't control, like interest rates. And so they are having to cut back another 5,000 employees, you know, in their case. And so that's not a real great thing to see, but the point is that, you know, companies are continuing to pare down their costs to try to improve their performance. Yeah.
Okay. So, anything other than, we've covered the financials?
No, I think that's pretty much for
Okay, for your president's report? Okay. Any other discussion on the president's report or the financials that we've been looking at?
I just draw one quick thing, and that is, as you're looking at new things, world history, besides the fact that it feels overwhelming,
Yeah.
is a very political textbook kind of.
Listen, we were asked about
Probably
this.
it is chemistry or biology and whatever, but if physics may be politically, world history.
Yeah.
Getting a textbook, you know, online kind of stuff approved.
This is not,
Irrespective of what's
this is not my first choice. We were approached by it. But we will see where we go. The point is that we have a very healthy now reputation in business as digital educators, and I'm proud of that.
I tell you what, after watching the TV news and seeing people being interviewed about how
What's the use, right?
Please say it commentary on our
Alrighty, so our next meeting, for the, foundation board is on Wednesday the 19th, Wednesday, October 19th, I'm sorry, same time, 9:30.